From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time now for Up Close and Personal here on The Horse's Mouth. Of course, at Tommy Max, at my bar, where everyone has a chance to have a seat and to tell their story. Brought to you by our good friends at Dasher and at YOLO Rum. Great to have them on board. My guest this time around is Alison Berke Morano. She's from the Metaverse Chamber of Commerce. Let's welcome in Alison. Hi, Alison.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the show and to my bar.
Thank you.
All right, Metaverse Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Let's get into it. Tell us all about it.
So, as you know, the biggest thing out there now is the Metaverse in all its forms. It's on the web, it's on your mobile, it's in VR, virtual reality. So you have 2D web and you have 3D web.
Right.
And it's actually Web 2 and Web 3 now. The terms keep changing. We were looking at XR, extended reality. Now we're calling it spatial computing. It's just a way for you to get involved with more people globally inside a space where everybody can meet from wherever they are. And it's just, the chamber was my idea to bring everybody together in a networking way for business.
Right.
And,
so Metaverse is a term for 3D, basically, right? And do you believe the internet's going from 2D to 3D?
I think it already has, yes.
Oh, but all the way, it's working its way through that, I would imagine, right?
And we're stopping with AR, augmented reality. So that's a mixture, where you're sitting and you're seeing your space in 3D, but you're also bringing in elements from virtual reality into your space, which bypasses any kind of screens or anything like that.
Right. It's fascinating. I dabble in it a little bit. It's absolutely fascinating. Tell us what you have here. I mean, this looks like a scene from some sci-fi movie.
I know, right? Ready,
so
Player
cool.
Us. So this is actually when Meta, it is Facebook on the web, is now Meta as the parent company. They started coming out. A couple of others came out too, but they came out with a really popular virtual reality headset, and they came out with something that was called Go, and then it was Quest 1, and then it was Quest 2. Now it's Quest 3 that everybody has that mixes the virtual reality with the augmented reality. This was in the middle. So this is the Pro, which is a kind of a developer-based headset. The Meta Quest 3 is actually a step above this and a step behind it, but it's more above it, so I recommend the Meta Quest 3, which is about half the price of this. But developers use this, and since I'm in there a lot, all day, any day of the week, I wanted to get this as soon as it came out and start using the new functionality of it. And now there's Meta Quest 3 for everybody to have on.
So how many apps are we talking? You mentioned a fitness app off air.
Well, I do Supernatural. That's now known as Reality Fitness, I think it's called. Recently purchased by Meta. A lot of people do Beat Saber. They do Fit XR. There's a couple of personalized fitness apps in there. And they've done the math and they've done the research, and they're finding that doing these in-app exercises, and it's a lot of music and it's a lot of hitting bats and balls and
tennis.
It ranks right up there with running and cardiovascular. It ranks right up there on the top with the workout that you can get. And during the pandemic, when people were inside, was when this really took off. All the fitness apps.
What are some of the other apps that you utilize with that?
So a main one that I work in, which is one of the easier places to create, is called the Multiverse. And what you do, you can go in and you can get, and multiverse is a big term, but this is actually an app called Multiverse, and it has nothing to do with time travel. So you go in and it's a big city. You can buy apartments. You can decorate those apartments. You can bring people up to hang out. You can have them all over the city. You can also buy storefronts. And this is where I was getting the idea for the chamber, because they started opening up storefronts where you walk through the streets and you can go in and out of stores where people can put in their businesses. They can put in items they're selling, and they're not only digital items. You don't only look at digital.
Can
real things.
Buy those items?
Yes, you can go in and buy T-shirts and cups, and you can work with real estate. One of the first biggest sales that happened in there was a realtor sold a house to another multiverse user in another state by showing them the house and the property in their metaverse, using the Multiverse app and the Infiniverse. So it's a lot of verse words.
How is this different or similar to the new Apple, whatever it's called, that's out now?
So they're different and similar.
Okay.
The Apple is based on, the Apple ecosystem. I'm half and half. I have half Apple products and half PC.
Okay.
And it's got all of the Apple, I believe it has all the Apple apps that you get on your store, on your phone, that you can then bring in and use them virtually. So instead of looking at a screen, say this size or whatever, you're looking at a screen that's as big as you want to make it.
Right.
You can watch movies, you can use all the same apps in there. The good news is that the developers who are developing in others, there's even, there's a Pico system, and there's a PC VR system, and there's an Xbox system, and they're all going towards VR, I believe. And you're going to bring them all in to all of the different headsets. And I'm hoping we get to the point where it's a matter of choice, where you just decide which headset you're most comfortable with, and that's where you go. But you can visit all the same metaverses and meet all the same people all over the world. My friends now have gone from down the street and maybe in other states in the U.S. to regular meetings with Sweden and Switzerland and friends who come in from all over the world.
All right, so if people want to learn more about the or the Metaverse Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, we have a 2D website, a Web 2D website, which is metaversechamber.io.
Okay.
I tried to make the membership very reasonable.
Okay.
We have ways now that you can come in and meet with other members that are avatars in a world on Zoom. And you can come in on Zoom as yourself and meet with us, and we can talk about the future of the metaverse and business.
Cool. That's a cool thing you got going on. That's
I love it,
I bet you do. Thanks for the time.
Okay,
really
thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank
All
you.
right, you can check out our great profile and this conversation and many, many others just by checking out dailynewsnetwork.com. Until next time, y'all stay safe out there and be cool. And we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Thank you.
The coach should be going to bed at night thinking about the athlete and how they're going to help that athlete improve. They shouldn't be worrying about how am I going to quantify their improvement, or am I going to have to keep up with all this information? Those things that are kind of background to the coach focusing there on the athlete. And so what Dasher does is it takes all those side things away, allowing the coach to focus then on the athlete.